Honestly, all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Yakar, Thumb, the Bahalan to the El of Great Stone, all the brethren I in the work, sincere and truth. Shalom. This is Tazawar from James, Jamaica. I have a small little reasoning that actually what led me to this reason is actually a movie, to be exact. I just watched a movie. I was a bit upset because of the end result of the judgment, but out of every situation, you can actually learn something more powerful than what actually whatever or what situation may portray. Because I mean, as the scripture says, everything is for learning, right? So, upon watching this movie, um, I realized that the movie, what the movie is actually saying, is actually teaching people on a wider audience that adultery is actually right, and nothing is wrong with it. And I can presume this is from the white man perspective, right? But the movie is really saying that if you actually, in this society they call it cheat, right? If you cheat on your partner, as the female will have sex with a man, knowing that she has her man, and fell in love with that man who she had sex with, and leaving his previous man, or the scripture would have called her previous husband, regardless. Society look at that at norm, and seeing it from the movie and understanding it, it is the way how the white man get his perspective or get his teaching across by this television. And many people will look at it on a face value and say nothing is actually wrong with it. And you realize people on a whole would see this. And if you were to say, why the woman the wicked if you're dead, they will kill you. Because there you go, trying to mash up a beautiful love scene, as how they would probably put it. Right? And what actually happened in the movie is that the girl have her man, just to cut a long story short, the girl have her man fell in love with this other dude, right? And this other dude, apparently him can sex good as the movie is a portray. And she just fell in love with that. And then after, as she says, she fell in love with the man overall, right? Willing to tell his previous fiance that he was leaving for this man, because this man know the thing, and this man, cook and bring to her, and all these things. The only difference why I couldn't kill the man at a point that the man didn't know that she had um an ex-man. The man didn't know that she actually have a boyfriend or a husband. But up until the point that him actually find out that she actually have a man, yeah, the man did the right thing and leave her, right? But at the end of the movie, the girl leave the man or the husband, and actually they are still, and there goes the man now, because the female actually leave the husband for this man, and at the end of the movie, the two of them hook up, right? And it was a beautiful love scene if you were to see it on a face value, or the or two-third, or the carnal mind when we look at it. It's a beautiful love scene, but they actually thing which just take place in the movie is far from beautiful. It was actually adultery happening in the movie, also teaching on the wider audience that adultery is actually okay. Nothing is wrong with leaving this guy or leaving your former guy or your husband or your boyfriend for somebody else. That's what the movie is teaching. That is okay. Nothing is wrong with it. And we all should see it and accept it as normal and as good because she has found love. This is what society is teaching today. This is what our children, this is what our female, this is what our brother and sisters is grasping today. So adultery, it made me speak in a more straightforward so that the wider audience can understand. People seeing leaving a female leaving the man just to find a next man who's a part loving and caring more than the previous one as normal and as good. People actually see it as okay. And that is the life that we live today. So if you stop to ask yourself, where is the scripture, this, where is the Most High law and all this? People forget about these things totally. Right? There's no judgment in this place. No law is bound by, no people do not bound by the Most High law anymore. I mean, the Most High law is not really okay, or is not, the Most High law is not worthy to judge these people anymore, because these people make up their own laws and their own righteousness. Right? It's Habakkuk 1:4. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doeth never go forth. For the wicked doeth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Seeing wicked, the wicked compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceed. If we were to go out and say, boy, you know, so this is wickedness and this is wrong, you will see a whole tumble down upon we, you know, a whole neighborhood, a whole community willing to chop off it, because who is you to mash up a beautiful love scene? Hmm? Who is you to mash up a beautiful thing that the Most High put together? Right? Is not the scripture rightfully said? Let me get it. Leviticus 20:10. And if a man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed the adultery with his neighbor's wife, then the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely put to death. Now, Christian have a way to say, boy, or them people would have say, boy, remember the woman adultery where Christ said, he that he that without sin cast the first stone, okay. But down further it said, go and sin no more. Now the reason why I bring up that is that the scripture said them shall put to death. Right? And if you people shall say, boy, it's a Christ said, oh, those sin cast the first stone, so okay. But at the same time, these people find pleasure in doing these things continuously. right? So even if it were the case that you are a sinner, you cannot judge that person, but you find pleasure for do it over and over and over and over and over. But the scripture said, go and sin no